Good day, everyone. This is Dr. Ed Mendoza, and welcome to our Psych Talk with yours truly, the psychologist, psychometrician, doctor in educational management, and a book author. Last time we were able to talk about stress management, and actually the reason why we were here in the nature, it's actually on the backyard of our house here in California. We're in. I thought of staying here for the podcast in line with our topic for today, which speaks on learning and thinking as a way of stress reliever, just to align with our previous topic. So, with that, why did I made a choice to have this topic, learning and thinking? Learning and thinking might be easy to understand for all, but it is very important for us to consider these things. For a lot of questions that people usually ask. Number one, why do people behave differently as to others? Given the individual differences. Yeah, but then how can we answer on these things? Why do people learn faster than others? It's not having struggle because it speaks on genetic factors. Even intelligence is actually genetics. Third is actually can speak on, can thinking affect behavior? Yes, we will answer everything in line with our topic discussion later as we talk about the details. And to respond on that, indeed, that learning is a process of gaining knowledge, skills, experiences, and understanding. Okay, so everybody can learn. Everybody could be able to modify their behavior because learning happens not only in school but also through daily experiences. Even when we were here in our backyard, we learn a lot of things, and this is actually a way to stress relieve ourselves from our busy schedule. And it speaks on our relationship. Sometimes we we encounter some stresses with our relationship to our family, workplace, and the like. So, there's actually a lot of experiences or example, if I may say, in line with the thinking and as we learn. So, number one, a child learns sometimes respect from parents. So, as we get older, we are trained by our parents as their transfer of learning to their children. Okay? And with that, we learn to develop a lot of values. So, on the other hand, what about the thinking? Thinking is the process of understanding, analyzing, and solving problems and making decisions. The way people think affects how the people react emotionally and socially. Okay, so by positive thinking, we could lead an individual to become a better decision maker. Okay, we just need to learn how to calm in responding to some of the stimulus. Sometimes there are negative stimulus even at home. But if you're a person who have a good healthy personality, you can transform this negative force into positive one, to radiate, to become dominant among the person at home or in the workplace, being pessimist. Instead of being pessimist, try to be calm and try to combat the negative impression or attitude of others. Learning to, let's try to get away from overthinking instead. Let's get away from entertaining fears, anger, and having a poor choices in life. We actually have lots of choices in life. But then, as mature individual, we need to learn how to choose what is better. Okay? So, the question is, can behavior change? What do you think is the answer? Definitely yes. That's why we have this behavior modification for practicing clinical psychologists. Meaning, we need to adopt good behavior. Because behavior can change through learning, self-awareness, discipline, and positive experiences in different ways. And then why is it important to think before reacting? As an adult individual, we need to learn how to respond in accordance to what is proper, not only to what we feel, because emotions are deceiving. Okay? Emotions are deceiving, and sometimes that's how we experience some flaws in life. Always learn to become open-minded, because learning is a continuous process for every age. Okay? As we get older, we become responsible to ourselves. Learn to listen and reacting by way of understanding others to improve communication. Learn to practice positive thinking. Be optimistic. Learn to focus on solutions instead of only problems. Learn to ponder the reason why I'm here. Learn to accept mistakes and learn from your mistakes. Be mindful of all your behavior, because you are on what you behave. Everything is just a reflection of yourself. Learning and thinking are powerful of behavior. And this is very much important for us to understand ourselves. So, with that, for me to give you as an closing remarks, always remember to simplify what is complicated and do not complicate simple things. So thank you so much for listening today. Learn to behave in accordance to what is proper, not only in accordance to what you want. And what is proper reflects in your values in life. So, thank you so once again. Don't ever forget to subscribe, like, share, follow me. And of course, not only here in my YouTube, but as well as to my Facebook account, Wellness and Psychological Services. Thank you. And I'm also offer my services in webinar. Invite me in my YouTube, comment, or in my Facebook account. Thank you and have a blessed day ahead. Bye-bye.